Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to finally say that after over a month, maybe even 2 months of not posting anything on here. I did lose my voice for about 3 weeks in March, and then I was just getting back to a bunch of content that had piled up with brands and also my TV show on Hola, and I just did not have time for YouTube, but I am back and it is time for a new makeup tutorial. So if you are interested, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post, since YouTube doesn't always notify you if you are just a subscriber, because there are so many wonderful creators out there and sometimes my videos get lost. So if you guys want to learn how to create this beautiful soft pinky cut crease, then keep on watching. So let's go ahead and prep our skin because I definitely need some energy. I need to wake up. So I'm gonna go in with the BU Cosmetics Caffeine Eye Cream for your under eyes. Remember to use your ring finger whenever applying product under your eyes because the skin is super sensitive, you guys. So you always want to make sure that you're very delicate. And also the Dr. Dennis Gross Lightweight Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 30. This sunscreen also protects against blue light, so it's super important. You can also wear it inside the house, which I have been doing because I'm on my phone and on the computer a lot. So I think that this is the right amount of sunscreen. Correct me if I am wrong, but this is what I have seen people and dermatologists talking about. And I love the sunscreen because it also hydrates and it leaves my skin looking kind of dewy. So if you are like oily skin prone, you may not like it because, like I said, it does have a little bit of like a sticky, oily feel to it, but I don't mind that. While that settles in, we're gonna go into brows, and I'm gonna take this Unbelievable Brow product from L'Oreal. It is actually in the shade Light Brunette. What I love about this product is that it comes with this duo-ended spoolie slash eyebrow eyeliner pencil. You guys can double it up and use it for eyeliner as well. But it is really important to use something like this because, as you guys saw, the applicator, it literally looks like a lip gloss or a concealer applicator. So I always like to brush my eyebrow hair upward, you guys, to really know, okay, what's the shape that I want? Where do I have to fill in? Especially because we want it to look a little natural. And we're just gonna start applying that product. I went ahead and picked some up with this side of the brush, and I like to focus it here, just drawing short little eyebrow strokes. And then once I get to the tail of the brow, I start to go downward, and you can also manipulate it with your fingers, blend it out. That's why I like doing brows first as well, because if we make a mistake, you guys, it is okay. We can just blend it all out. And then with whatever is left, I will just brush up in the center of the brow, making sure it doesn't look too dark, of course. We don't want it to look like box brows. I'm gonna take the Our Little Secret concealer from the brand Frankie Rose Cosmetics in the shade Angelic. And I'm also gonna use this concealer to just prep the eyes. So I like to get as close as possible to the brow without actually messing up the eyebrow. And then, of course, blending this out all the way to the inside and all the way to the outside, especially because we're gonna bring out that eyeshadow, you guys. So this is super important. I'm switching over to a Morphe 504 brush, and I'm just gonna set that concealer a tad bit with some Airspun Translucent Loose Powder. And we're gonna jump right into the eyeshadow. I'm taking the palette Blush Crush from ColourPop, which has so many beautiful pink and champagne-y shades. I'm gonna hop into the Crown C511 for the first shade, and it's just gonna be this color Cheek to Cheek. It's like a dusty rose. Instead of applying it from the bottom, it's gonna be kind of from the middle, and I'm gonna go towards the inside all the way here, and then take it out towards the ends because we are gonna do a really soft cut crease. So make sure you're going all the way to the inner corner and then swooping it out. You see how I did that? Kind of rounding it out at the crease and then swooping out to the side. Now I'm gonna start doing circular motions at the very top without putting a lot of pressure now that I don't have a lot of product, because I do wanna make sure it looks nice and blown out. It is gonna be a cut crease, but like I said, it's gonna be really soft. I'm switching over to this brush from Alamar Cosmetics. It is from the Ojitos Trio, I think from the Spanglish collection. And as you can see, it's a lot thinner than my original blending brush from Crown Brushes. But as you can see, it's still really soft and flexible, so it's still gonna blend and apply the shade really nicely. It's just gonna give it a little bit more precision. I'm gonna apply this shade How You Rouge, which is a dark rosy tone. And as you guys saw, this has some kickback, so always dust off the excess. So we're gonna start right at the crease and just go really softly flick it out again. This time we don't want to stay too long because we don't want it to look like dark. And I am doing short strokes because I was trying to do some long strokes in the beginning. I don't know if you noticed, and it started getting a little patchy. So I noticed that if you use this brush and just do really short strokes from side to side applying it, that's where you get the perfect application. So I'm gonna switch back to the first brush and definitely blend out just to make sure, again, it looks nice and soft and a perfectly diffused blend of eyeshadows. I'm gonna take this peachy pink shade called The One, and it is very matte. I'm gonna start carving out that crease using the cream color E58 from Sigma. It's a very flat brush. I'm not adding any extra concealer or anything, you guys, because this is gonna be a super soft cut crease. So the way that you wanna do it is just press and glide, going little by little. Patience is key. And once I get here, it's really important to keep going with that swoop and going out to the ends. Some of you guys will be like, well, wouldn't it just be easier to use a concealer to carve out the crease to like make sure it's perfect, blah, 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 and pigmented? Yes, but it's also not gonna be a soft cut crease. It would be very much so like a perfect cut crease, and that's not really the vibe I was going for this, so that's why I'd rather just continue to build using some of that eyeshadow versus going in with concealer. I started applying this shade even closer to my nose than I normally would because I just wanted my eye to look bigger. I really wanted to give it like that foxy eye look. So this would be a great step if you guys want that for your looks as well. Now I'm taking a JH43 brush from Morphe, which is definitely different than the other brushes we have been using. It's very flat and it has a nice flat line top. I'm gonna take this exact same shade and I am just going to create an eyeliner tail. I'm not gonna connect it, but I am gonna leave a little bit of space. So it's gonna be like a very thin eyeliner. And I'm gonna take this champagne-y shade with my finger and just put it right in the inner corner. And I can just apply whatever is left directly onto the brow bone. We're gonna move on to the face before I get on with lashes. That will be at the end. I'm gonna take the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It is a silicone-based primer and I haven't used it here with you guys in a hot minute. It's really gonna get into those pores, so I like to press it into the skin. I'm gonna take the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation with SPF 25 from L'Oreal. Remember, if you're gonna use a foundation like this one, which by the way has SPF 25, SPF gives you flashback. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna be taking photos or if you're gonna go out at night with foundation like this. And I am taking the shade 445. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection All Over and Concealer Brush. And remember to blend it down your neck, you guys. This is so important, especially because the foundation that I have on is a little more tan than my natural skin tone. So I don't want it to look like I have completely different face and neck color going on. That is super tacky, so please remember to blend. It's time to cream contour, you guys. Cream contour is my BFF. I promise you it is not as scary as it sounds, and it definitely is still in style, especially if you want your look to look absolutely flawless and gorgeous and super glam. And it's also great if you want your look to look nice and natural, but that's a whole other topic and we will get to that in a different video. For today's video, I am using the Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick from L'Oreal in the shade 109. And I actually am switching over to a Morphe E8 to blend out this cream contour. I love this brush because it's not too big, it's not too small, and you guys are gonna see how easy it blends this cream contour out. So I like to make it look a little bit more natural by just going back in with the foundation brush that I use and just tapping around. I'm not really moving it, but just by tapping, all of a sudden it smooths everything out and just makes it look airbrushed. I am taking the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, which has turned into one of my favorite concealers that you guys will actually see more on my channel, and I'm taking the shade 13.0 Natural. I love it because you only need a little dot and it goes a long way. I'm just going back in with the Camouflage Sponge from e.l.f. and by the way, I don't use it wet. I feel like it's soft enough to use just with the product itself, and I'm just patting it in place to make sure that that concealer is nice and smoothed out. It's time to add a little bit of that air spun, so I'm just gonna bake under here for a few seconds. And today I'm taking the Alamar Cosmetics bronzer brush, which to me is more of a powder brush, and I'm just gonna tap out, pick up the rest of that powder, and then kind of use it to set the rest of my face. I'm taking the Summer Glow powder in the shade Positano Bronze from the brand Code 8 Beauty to give me some glow. And to keep with the pink vibes, I'm gonna take a very pinky blush from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in the shade Love is a Drug. First putting it on the apples of my cheeks and then going upwards. So I'm taking the Afterglow palette, which honestly I never use, but it is pretty good for an overall glow, nothing too crazy, from Urban Decay, and I'm gonna mix these two golden yellow shades. You see, it gives a nice little glow. She's cute. Let's switch to this MAC Pro Longwear Fluid Line eyeliner pot in the shade Rich Ground, and a very thin painter's brush from the store Michaels. And I'm just putting it on my waterline. This is literally like the only eyeliner I ever put on my waterline, you guys. Let's take that dark rose shade and the Jaclyn brush again. And I'm gonna put it as close to the lash line as possible. And switching over to a brush, like a pencil brush, I am going to blend everything out without adding any extra shadow. Before we do our lashes, I do want to get some lipstick on, so I'm gonna line my lips using the Real Her lip liner in the shade I Am Confident. To tone it down a bit, because it is a little dark, but I still love this shade, I'm gonna go in with a super nude shade from Dose of Colors, and it is called Glazed. And now I'm taking the Alamar Cosmetics Birthday Suit Lip Gloss, which has some beautiful like pink, blue, and gold little reflexes whenever the light hits it. And I'm gonna just refresh everything using the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 Always an Optimist Mist. I got some in my nose, you guys. Definitely hold your breath when you're gonna apply it. I always use an eyelash curler. Very rarely will I not, even if I'm gonna apply falsies. There we go. As for mascara, I'm taking the Triple X mascara from Lily Lashes, and you guys, it's about to run out. I feel like I'm gonna have to stock up really soon, but this has been one of my favorite mascaras recently. These are the lashes that I am gonna try on today for you guys. I don't know if I've ever worn them on YouTube, but I have worn them so many times in the last 2 years. They are in the style Dama from Golden Dream Beauty, and I will be right back to show you the final look. I'm back and better than ever. This is my final makeup look. I'm obsessed with how it looks. It's so fun, light, soft and natural enough for a daytime event, or even for you guys to recreate at home if you're not like a beauty expert, but also glam enough to dress up, wear for your birthday, wear it for some photos like I did with my mom on her birthday this past weekend, and just look fabulous for the gram or for whatever real life event you want to go to. I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. I hope you're happy that I am back on YouTube. I am definitely happy my voice is back for this. So remember to follow me over on my Instagram accounts, Gabriela Catano and Catano Glam, as well as on my TikTok account, Real Gabriela Catano. I'm also growing more and more on Pinterest, which I can't even believe it. You guys, don't sleep on Pinterest. Definitely get to that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you never miss a video, and I will see you next time.